Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Douglas Johnson. I am a yoga instructor, kirtan artist, ordained minister. Today I wanted to talk about the unknown. Before I do that, I do want to thank everyone who supports this work on Patreon through contributions, monthly contributions, and everyone who makes one-time donations on Venmo and PayPal. Other ways to help out are to like, subscribe, share, comment. All of those things do help. All right, so the unknown. This is something that is very relevant to me personally at the moment because the last year, 2023, the year just behind us, was a very challenging year for me as an individual. And even though I am in a much better space now moving into 2024, there's still a lot of unknowns. There's still a lot of mystery. And what I wanted to share is that that is okay, and that that is, in my experience, a large part of being awake, is being okay with the unknown. And this is a lot of where faith can become a very important part in our development. I've shared talks before about the Zen saying, great doubt, great faith. So again, many people look at Zen as a tradition, maybe that is, they might say it's more of a philosophy than a religion or something along those lines. But we find that concept like faith, which tends to be seen as a religious concept, a spiritual concept, it shows up in this tradition. So faith. Faith is belief without really any evidence that we should believe. Otherwise, it isn't really faith, is it? So facing the mystery, facing the unknown, not really knowing what comes next, what step to take next. This is both a terrifying place to be, but I also think it's a very exciting place to be. And it's a place where the power of one of my favorite sayings, which is be still and know I am God. Although a lot of times the God part I don't really think is that important. In fact, it might even be a distraction. So be still and know. This is where this comes into play. And I've spoken about this time of year being a time for reflection and stillness. And in a larger perspective, I think this is also where I am in my own development and in my life. I'm in a period where I am being asked to be very still and not to know. But it's through the stillness that the knowing comes. But we have to be willing to be still. And this goes against what our traditional values and ideas are to problem solving, which, generally speaking, the ego's approach to problem solving is to do something about it. But how can you do something about something you don't understand, something that's a mystery, something that is an unknown? And that's where I am. There can be times in your life where you're not even sure what the problem is. It's one thing if you have a problem and you can identify that problem and you can say, well, here's the problem. I don't have a job and I need a job, or whatever it might be, you identify something. But what if everything is okay? Or what if you're not sure if the things you desire or the things that you want are things that are actually good for you or healthy or would take you in the right direction? So in my experience, one of the things that awakeness really helps us with is being comfortable with the unknown, being comfortable with the mystery, being comfortable with the stillness and the silence that carry us through these times, and cultivating the faith to be able to do that, and also welcoming grace, allowing grace to come in, which again, it feels like the more that we are trying to do and interfere in things, then there's less and less space for grace to come into our lives in any real capacity. So I just wanted to share that with you today because this is something that's been on my mind, and this is where I am at the moment, and it might be where you are as well. And if it's not at this moment, you might find yourself in this place at some point. And I just wanted to take a moment to share and to reach out and say that it's okay, and that the mystery is something that I don't think it can be avoided. The unknown, the mystery. Honestly, I don't think we really understand anything as human beings, not in any real sense. And so the level to which we are experiencing the mystery, it can be very powerful. Again, it can be terrifying as well, but it can be very powerful. It's very creative. The unknown, the unmanifest, the not understood. This is the very seed or primordial soup from which creativity arises. So while it can be uncomfortable, it can be challenging, we can learn to be still and know, to relax, to allow, and to eventually be carried through these periods, which again, they tend to be very challenging. So anyway, everyone, I hope this was helpful for you. This is the first talk of the new year, and I want to thank you all for your support over the years, over the last year. I hope that I can count on you to continue to support this work coming into the new year. And until next time, namaste and have a beautiful day.